That way we could have lights. Okay, so Ron is going to run us through the startup procedure for the Packard 5M2500 engines. Ron, take it away. So what are we doing first?
Well, first we have a checklist that we go over so that it's always done the same way.
Okay.
And first thing on the list is to have the magnetos off.
Magnetos, okay, the magneto selector switch is right there.
That would be here.
They're all off, okay.
Okay. Our shift levers are in the neutral position.
Okay, they're straight up. There's that one, and then there's that one.
Then there's the cooling valves
Okay.
down here.
Which are below the floor, right? Or right there?
Run water through the intercooler.
Oh, they're right there by your feet, right?
Yeah, and they're just partially open now
Okay.
until things warm up.
Okay.
We can see that we have antifreeze coolant in the engines.
Okay.
Check the sight glass here.
Okay.
And
Check. Check.
Today we'll just be running the port and starboard engines.
Yeah, the center engine doesn't have spark plugs in it, so we can't start it. So, okay.
And then back here, we've turned on the battery banks. We have here, so we're running full 4 large 6-volt batteries here and on the other side.
Oh, here's the other ones over here, right? Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to step in the back and unplug the battery chargers.
Okay, that door does not exist. Pretend, ignore the man behind the curtain.
I will be right back.
What are you doing?
I'm disconnecting the battery chargers
Oh.
that charge from 110.
Oh, that's right. Because it'll drag down the...
And it'll blow the fuses if we hit the starters with the charger.
That's a good thing to know. Yeah, see, back in the day, they didn't have battery chargers, but we do, because we like charged batteries. Okay, what's next?
Okay, then I'm going to slip over to the circuit breaker panel here.
Okay, you can see what you're
I
doing.
want to make sure that we're full on this.
The battery breakers are both on, right?
Yeah,
That's those great big ones.
current from our battery up to our other selector switch.
Okay.
Okay.
What about ignition power? Is that one?
Ignition power is right
up there.
here. So we got
Okay.
ignition power on.
Okay.
And let's see.
Oh, do we have 20? How much? We got juice, right? There's our gauge.
We got to get our compressor going here.
Oh, okay.
And, where's that one?
Is our compressor hooked up now?
It's got to be before we go. That's for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Chart has 12 volt.
As soon as you turn that thing on, it should kick in. Do you think we should start the auxiliary generator up on the deck? Oh, there it is.
The air compressor that I just turned on is a 12 volt compressor, and it'll bring up air for our signal power.
Oh, right.
So they can blow
For the air horn, right? Okay. And up there, there's gauges, and you can see that it reads 28 volts, I think it is.
It says 1, 2, 3, about 23.5.
Okay, so that's good. All right, what's next?
Okay, next thing we're going to do is go up front. We're going to turn on some fuel to the engines
Okay.
and make sure that there's fuel close by.
So the fuel manifold is up here in the yellow, painted yellow, with the filters and all the hoses, right? So,
I think today we'll run off of the port side tank.
okay.
We ran off of starboard the other day.
Oh, okay.
So you see the fuel comes in here.
And I was showing them earlier about how this fuel tank level indicator works, where you pump the little air pump and it bubbles up through the gas with this pump, and that way you can see how much. See, this is absolutely full, so it goes way up. So yeah. Okay, so we're full on there.
According to the book, it says this is approximate. If you want a good measurement, get a stick.
Get a stick, which is what we did. Yeah, we did. We stick the tanks.
That's what we
Wait,
Okay, now what?
And
my fault putting my arm where I shouldn't have been.
up to this point, maybe we'll want to pause because we're going to crank
Smart man.
until we get oil pressure.
Okay,
Yeah, before we turn on any more fuel.
okay. So what I want to do is I want to have you crank it, and what we're doing when you crank it, you're going to be pushing the starter button and leaving the magneto selector switch off. And that way it'll just crank and establish oil pressure on this gauge right there. And we want to make sure that there's oil pressure in the bearings before we start the engine, right? So, okay, all right?
All right, you guys gonna crank them up?
Okay.
Yep.
We're going to do that.